Hey guys, we're on a Gepard 42 from Eurotech Elite. I'm going to be looking into the sub-spindle ejector system. Seems to be a little bit different on this model. It's a new upgrade. So I'm going to be kind of taking it apart and looking at the, I guess, how this one's put together. So let's kind of dig into it. This is obviously my first time taking it apart, so we're going to start from the ground up. Let's start right here. Flip this. Alright, so this right here is the coolant coming in. This orange hose over here is the air coming in. So either one can be used for the sub-spindle. This is the actuator, pneumatic actuator action to it. Have the air turned off right now so I can move it by hand. This is the plate which is connected to the pneumatic cylinder. The pneumatic cylinder has a little switch on it to see if to tell the cylinder, or I guess the rod, the back of the rod, when it's reached its most forward position. So that has a sensor on it. So say your ejector gets stuck up here, it'll also give an alarm saying that it then retract. So alright, let's go and kind of jump into this. First thing we're going to do is take off this air line. So that's not connected. I'm going to go ahead and loosen up this bolt right here, or the set screw that's on a round nut, which keeps this cylinder or this rod from moving in position from this bracket. So there's one in the back, one in the front. I'm going to go ahead and actually leave the one in the back as is and move the one in the front so I can try to pull this out. Alright, let's see, this is 3mm. Yep. Oh. So leave the one in the back and get to the one in the front only. At the beginning. Could work a little bit better. Alright, so that's loose. Now we should be able to slide this back. No. Oh, that's because there's, let's see. Why would that be? Let's rotate. Because there's another set screw in here. Alright. Yep, so now I can slide back. Alright, let's take those set screws up just a little bit more. I think they're hitting on the rod. Alright. Alright, there we go, so that slides forward. Alright, so I may have to undo this coolant line on there, which is going to kind of be a pain. I wonder if it would be easier just to undo this tube right here. Yeah, probably. Oops. Alright. That's coming off pretty easily. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen that. Alright, that's about it. Okay. So let me just pull this straight out. And I lost a nut somewhere. Okay, that was the one that was on the rod that I loosened. So this is all it is. Let's take this out. In my hands. Alright, so this is our rod right here. Alright, that's the nut that's on there. It secures it from moving. The bracket goes right here, and then another nut goes right here, so it encapsulates that hardware so it doesn't move back and forth. On the other side of this, it is threaded on the OD, and I'll show you what the factory had on it. It was this little push rod. So this one on the end of this here, so you can see it, this one on the end of that there, like that, threaded on, and then this is the ejector tip, which, you know, you can make. You can put a bolt on the end. This is an M10 thread in there, so you just get a bolt and, you know, modify as needed, or just make one from scratch. This is a tube, so you do get coolant and air through the middle of it. Let's take a look at this. Lighting's not very good. So this is the bracket that moves back and forth. Right. In the bracket there's a okay, so there's a aluminum plate with a brass bushing in there. Let me get a light. Brass bushing in there so that it, you know, there's no binding up, and it lets it slide a little bit more free. So if you take a look at that, there's that brass bushing with the aluminum little housing in there, or steel housing, whatever that is. And that's it right there. So if you look back there, you see the pneumatic cylinder back there behind the black hardware with the little switch on it. Electromagnetic switch, and you see the two air lines running to it, so you can control the forward push and the backward pull on it. So I guess it's a double acting cylinder, and that's pretty much it to this system. So I'm going to go and put this all back together now that I know how it goes, and let's see. Can't put that there. So there's my fastening nut that I lost. That's what this looks like. It just has two set screws in the end, and this tube, the tube that slides in and out, has two flats on it, which obviously is for the set screws. So let's start putting this together. I can't get my light to work correctly. Just sit in there. Alright, so put the rod halfway through, go and slide this nut on. Doesn't matter how it goes on. Right now, just slide it over. Hold on to it, and then go ahead and push this up into there. Now since I didn't move this back one, I could just push it all the way forward, right up against there, and that's where it was sitting at. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten those set screws back down. Run my Z-axis back. Alright, so let's first thing, let's go ahead and put this back on the connection, since it'll be easy to do that with it not connected. It's all oily, it's just kind of hard to grip. Alright, grab this, tighten that up. Alright, that looks about good. Slide this forward. Put this nut all the way on there, make sure that the set screws on the other side are in the same orientation as the ones on the back, so it's sitting on the flats, and we're going to go ahead and tighten it up. Let's see. Alright. Forward. Tighten it. Tighten this one. Alright. And there we are. So, just put my airline back on. Make sure it's all snug. Alright, and that's it. Back and forth. So just taps the air, and then we're all good. So M28 is the M code which activates this. Okay? The ejection of that. It also controls, when it kicks that on, it also does the parts conveyor. So that kicks on at the same time, and that goes into a little timer mode. The air through the subspindle is controlled by the M70 M code, and the coolant through is just hooked up to the air or the coolant for the subspindle tools. So if the subspindle tools have coolant on them, then there will be coolant going to the subspindle. So, alright, well that's it. Thanks guys.